Okay, so well, I'm going to also animate the walk from the front, and here I'm going to add it as a profile, and then I'm going to add another layer on top, drawing walk from front. Okay. Okay. So wait, did I think accidentally I made two. So here I'm going to add from the front view. I'm going to turn on the guide here, so that the last one, so that I can see the character here, character turnaround, and also I'm going to start adding the curve. So here I'm going to try to make it from the. So I'm going to, the first one is contact, right? So I'm going to hit here, contact. You know what? And also I'm going to throw kind of like center line. So the contact can draw the circles very well, especially on a computer. Let's clean this up a little bit. If I'm going to seriously animate this, I'm going to clean up later. But anyway, so the right leg first, right? This is front view. So this is coming right leg, and then I draw the line, and then maybe around here. I'm just trying to roughly, right? So as you can see, we are seeing this from this angle. So you will see, right? You will see this part from the front very clearly. But then, right, if I draw it from the top a little bit smaller, right, you will see like this, right? This is top view, and then the leg behind. But then you will see this leg, this pelvis is being rotated this way. Right? You can try it yourself in order to like push, like kick the leg forward. You have to rotate the pelvis this way. So let's see. It is right. If you see the front view, the legs, where the leg is attached right here, right, and right here. But then because it is rotated, like to its right, to its left, it's gonna come up to here, right? And then this one will go. You won't be able to see that clearly from the front view because it's sphere, but this will come a little forward, right? I hope that makes sense from the front view. So not whole a lot, but just a little bit, that as just to show it is rotated. And then you know what, I'm going to slightly make an angle like this way instead of making it straight forward. The reason is so that it will be more visible when we do when we have to bend the knees. Okay. So also for the feet, I should have done this. For this feet, I should have give a volume like this. But let's keep a little bit of volume here from the front view first, and then we will see what we can do. And then here we have to show this is the bend. And then again, because there's a perspective, right? Whatever comes forward, it becomes look bigger, right? Than it is. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than this one, okay? So that, and then also in terms of line thickness, this one a little bit on top, a little bit thinner, and this one a little bit thicker on top, and then gets, okay? So that there's a kind of, we can feel the distance. And then So if I draw the center line from the front, right? Let's draw the still with the center line first. So and then I'm going to draw center line with maybe blue. So it is rotated. It rotates to the left. So rotate to the left. It's gonna look like this, right? And then, so if it is rotate to its left, right, to its left like this, we are not going to see the center line from this angle, right? But then we will see the center line of the back like this, right? I'm not going to like, but this is not like a final, because we have to also think about rotation of this axis. Right? So this rotation is y-axis. Right? I hope you understand that part. And this rotation, we call it g, right? So there's a x and y, x and y, y and x. And in order to make a 3D, this is g, right? We have to add one more axis to that. So this is g. And here, this is x, and this is g, right? So if you see that, because I guess here, a lot, like for me, this kind of looks like even, almost. But a lot of animators will argue that here on this foot has a little bit more weight, and then they will rotate slightly, not a lot, or a lot, because it's almost even. So like something like this, okay? So it's gonna rotate up like this way. So if we do that, right, then this line has to be, right, oops, let me grab all the lines here. Okay, this line, oops, okay, this line, and then if I, oops, sorry about that. So this line, right, will rotate this way. I hope that makes sense. Not the center line, the weight. It's gonna rotate this way, right? And so if I go back, oops, I'm going to delete this one for now. I should actually put this one in the guide layer. So I'm going to actually go to the guide layer, not the ground, guide layer, and then I'm going to add something like that, right? With a maybe black line, just to show, to see the center of that, if the character stands like with equal weight on both feet, just to see where they are, then the center is. So if this one happens like this way, then, right, if I haven't drawn, so you have to keep that in mind. This is the profile view. So if I drew the the lines, I should draw it here. So I hope I'm not going to make it. Maybe I should draw this one on the same layer. So I'm going to delete this one for now. So you have to keep that in mind. I separated into two, front and then profile. So if I draw this line here, right? So this will be center, right? This will be like this, right? Because this other side, left side, it goes up, then this part, this line goes down, right? If you draw the right line like this, you will understand. But this should be lower than the exact half, and then this line goes to rotate this way to the left. So you will see the back like this, the center line on the back, right? But then other thing that you have to keep that in mind is that, do you remember, right? Do you remember these back legs? It doesn't rotate backwards by itself. It's the hip that rotates, right? So that the legs can go back and then kick backwards. So which means it has to, in x-axis, it has to rotate this way also. Does it make sense? I hope I'm not confusing you too much, but there's no other way to, I think, explain it. So this one has to rotate like this way. Does it make sense? And then, okay, it has to rotate as much as the legs, the angle of the legs, right? This angle should be how much this also, the pelvis should rotate, okay? And then again, the center line here, it should be, right? It should be the leg, if you see it, the legs under this side center line, okay? So it should rotate as much as this. So one down, okay? And then many more to go, but it needs one down. So here also, this line, going to our front. This line is already down. I already kind of did it, I guess, unconsciously. So this line is correct. This is, it shows, right? It's not like this. It shows, it rotates down forward like this, right? Which equals this. And then the other line that you will see, because this one rotates this way, you will see this line. And right, this leg should be on the side center line here. Right? And then I feel that should be then rotate a little bit more, right? Because I don't think it rotated enough to the left. So I'm going to fix it. So like there could be some, right? Okay, so this should be the line. All right, and then I'm going to make this, oops, again. I think I drew that. So I drew it on the right place, okay, which is good. Okay, so I'm going to make this one 2 frames long. So the first contact pose from the front, and then all the lines is done. And then I'm going to turn on the onion skin, okay? And then I'm going to make down pose here. Maybe it was a little bit, I should maybe draw the really guidelines. And then using the black line, I'm going to make it down. Okay, and then down. Then I should match it with this drawing. And then, you know what I will do? I will also, oops, I will select this and then slightly move to the left, because the weight is coming onto this leg, okay? And then okay, so this is why I drew it a little bit diagonally to show the and then the feet should come down this way. And then this one, I'm just going to do it like this. And then you see when the legs coming like the knee is bent like this, you have to notice that the differences, right? I have to match actually also the knee positions here. So I realize that this is a little bit low, right? So I need to fix that. So, and then I'm going to make it a little bit thicker as it comes down to express the distance. And then where does it, the thigh part? So I had to fix this part again. So I made this part wrong. because if you want to match that, it should be here. And then, you know, this is still rotated, but this so it should be like almost like a same rotation, but it's kind of coming back. Okay, so like a little bit less, maybe just tiny bit, and then knee position, match the knee position. Okay, and then this should be, you don't see it, but actually this leg is attached to around somewhere around there. Okay, so if I do that, like it's on this other side, but you don't see it. But then I'm going to match the knee positions here, and maybe this point is a little bit thicker. Okay, and then the ankle, I'm going to match the ankle, something like that. So if I play back, you see that coming down. All right, and for the lines, right? I hope I'm not confusing you a little too much, but you will at first it may be a little bit confusing, but you will get it, I'm sure, right? And then here, but you know what? This center line, I'm going to do it a little later, after the after we done passing pose first, okay? Because we want to find the kind of like the middle ground between the passing and then the contact pose. So for now, I'm going to make this one 2 frames long by pressing plus on your keyboard and on my keyboard. And then this is passing pose, and then from make sure that you are on the front layer. And then here, so I'm going to like go like getting higher, right? Oops, I should use the black line, black color. Okay, and it's about there. It's a little lower maybe. So a little bit up. It's passing and then going. Oh, this is, I'm sorry. This is passing close, right? Where is our? I'm looking at the guideline. That's why I didn't see the. Well, never mind. So if you see, the up pose is highest, and then passing pose is second highest. So I'm going to throw this here. And then I'm just going to select this sphere, right? And then just also tiny bit to the left, because, you know, and after putting the down pose, actually starting putting entire weight on this foot, but here even more so, right? And then if you see from the side view, you already see that it turns, right? The sphere turns this way to the right, to its right, right? And then if you see, this is almost like a center line here. This leg where it's attached almost, right? But still, probably it's a little bit forward. So I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to match the line here. So you can already see, right? It's being rotated up, right? This part is kind of rotated up, and then come down, and then this part maybe a little bit thicker this time, and then as it goes down, it's a little bit thinner, okay? And then the foot is flat, okay? And then this one is coming forward, right? This side, the left side is coming forward, and then here it will be probably around there. So like I'm going to just draw it here, and then maybe you still something like that, because it's kind of rotated, like, right, this side is going up, and then like this. Well, actually I'm going to do a little bit like that, following that angle a little bit, and then matching the knee positions, and then ankle position here. Okay? So lifted it up. Okay, so if you see it, right, you can see it down and up. Okay, and then I'm going to make it 2 frames long. Okay. Okay, so all right, and okay, maybe we can just do another right. Maybe we can finish the drawings and then we can start adding the center lines, so that maybe if you really get confused with the lines, I don't want you to also think about 2 things at the same time. So let's do this one. So let's just finish. So here, what I do here is I'm going to match the up. Maybe this is up, going up. And then I have to tell you, everybody works differently, right? So like how, when, and how much the pelvis and when it rotates, it's slightly different depending on people. So like there's no set rule, right? I mean, this is this breakdown is like standard generic walk cycle key poses, but depending on what kind of character, I mean, you create, it could become widely different. Okay, so like or subtly very different. So here I'm going to just push it back to the right a little bit, so it kind of started coming back. So like some characters still, maybe this could be the where this pelvis is furthest on its right, but I'm just going to make it like this way, and then if you can clearly see, it's not really rotates this way a lot more, right? If you see, compare where it is, right? It kind of tells you. So this is already, if I draw the line here, it's already, right? If I draw the line like that, you already see it is like behind the center here. If I compare to this one and this one, if I draw like that, straight down, you see this is, it kind of tells you, right? So like if I draw the lines, it will be like this, right? Indicating that it's already started rotating to its right. So this one will be a little bit hidden, like, so you won't really see. And then you can see this is closer to us, so I'm going to use thicker line here and then thinner as it goes down. And then here it's straight, so we don't have to worry about the knees, but we have to worry about the ankle because it started lifted up and then the ball is touching the ground. So it really pushes the body up. And then here you will start singing this portion where it is connected, the left leg. Okay. So here, and then it's coming forward, which means it's getting thicker as it comes down, and then matching the knee, and then getting smaller, like this, and then match the ankle pose. I mean ankle positions. And then here, you have to understand the foreshortening here. And then because it is, this part is closer to than this part, okay, when you draw it, also if you compare also this one and this one, because this is not actually coming forward, this is for the front walk, it is actually almost like a walk cycle. This one, as it moves from left to right, this is not actually coming at us. Okay, so which means this foot is should be, I'm using brush tool, a little bit smaller than, and this part, this foot should be bigger than this one. Okay, if you see it, this is closer to us, right? So something like that. Okay, and then using the eraser, I'm going to emphasize that idea. And then you can, of course, you can even exaggerate even more. So like I'm going to add another frame there, right? I hope I'm not making it bigger. I mean, it's coming at us, so you should make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as it steps forward. Okay, so I'm going to just look at it from up to here. Okay, it's not complete. It's more like a tap dancing. Okay, for now. Okay, let's finish this one off. Right, still long way to go, but we are getting there. Okay, don't get frustrated. So here I'm just going to emphasize this. Okay, and then okay, it's good enough. Okay, and then this one. So I'm just going to look at this one, right? And then I'm going to reverse it, right? So I'm going to expand the this. Oops, it's kind of hard to see because there are so many previous drawings, but we can still see. Okay, so oh, this is a down pose, right? I'm wrong. So this is the lowest one. So we know that this has to be down pose. We don't have to actually delete that. Let's make it a little higher. So this should be, let's see. This should be contact pose. Okay. And then if you see the center, maybe we can push to the left a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to draw on here. So this one, right? And then you can see this left side coming forward, turning to its right. Okay. So maybe so I want to double check with this position here, right? It's around there. It's like around there. So coming forward, so we will clearly see, right? Clearly see this side. And then as I told you before, because this is rotated, I want to push like a little bit more in, right? So which means like around here, maybe perhaps, because it's rotated. And then as it comes down, maybe it becomes thicker. And then as I told you before, I'm just going to make it a little bit, oops, again, a little bit like that. Okay, and then grab the brush. As it comes down, I'm going to use eraser and I'm going to make sure that, and then a bit more like that. Okay, and then as it comes down, it becomes a little thicker. And then this side is far behind, right? So like it will be like this. Let's compare the rotation, how much it should rotate. I want to more or less, I want to make match kind of. And then you have to draw like as if it is even from the front. And this should be bigger, and let's try to match it. So I feel like this is maybe could be a little bit bigger compared to. Okay. So you feel the rotation. Maybe this part, right? So like it's sometimes you have to fix. This should be a little bit rotate a little bit more. So like maybe it should be. Sorry about that. So what I do here is I'm going to just rotate just tiny bit to express the rotation a little bit better. I feel this should be right, and also using eraser. So okay, so this feels a little better. Maybe this is too much rotation. So here also I'm going to, yeah, I feel like this is just a little too much. Okay, so don't be afraid making mistakes and then fix it. You know, you can always fix. All right, and I may have to also go back later and then fix entire things. Okay, so don't be afraid of that. And then I'm going to make 2 frames long, and then here, right, I'm going to. This is the. You can decide the right, the region for the onion skin. How much you want to see. Right? So here, if you see, the next one will be down pose. So this would be a little bit to the right, right? And then we have to match the. So this is the down. And I will draw this circle first. And what I will do is grab this one and then move it to the right. I mean to the left. Okay? Because it is shifting the weight to where to the foot that it's using to step and down. Okay. Again, so for this one, I'm going to just reduce the onion skin just to see, right, where this, you know, and then matching the knee positions, and then it comes out. Okay, and then here, you don't, like, this is the front, right? So like if you remember, this is far to the left, so you won't be able to see it, right? So here I made it a little bit coming back, and then you see this knee position is lower than this left one, and then so this one also, as it comes down, it becomes a bit bigger as it comes down, so that because it gets closer, this one gets thinner, and then ankle position here. Okay, something like that. Okay, so you see, right, the weight coming down, and then I'm going to make this one 2 frames long, and then here again, up position, I'm going to just passing position. I'm sorry, passing position. So this is actually up position. So I'm going to see the up here, right? So this is the second highest. So this should be this. Did I get the right circle? I think I am. And then I'm going to grab this circle, sphere, and then I'm going to move to the left, okay? And then I'm going to reduce the like onion skin region, and then I'm going to just grab this one and delete that, okay? And then use the pencil tool, and then so you can see it is leaning, like it's shifted its way to the left, and then you can see here it's started rotating, and then you can see this anchor part is moving back. So this is the left leg, right? And foot, I'm going to make it a little smaller. and then this one is coming at us now, okay, and this is kind of like almost the same distance from us, but the thigh is slightly closer to us, and then knee positions, and then make it something like that, okay, and then but then you have to know where they are matching that, okay. So if you see it's pressing positions, and then I'm going to make it 2 frames long, and then here we're almost there, okay, and then up positions, so I'm going to expand that vision, and then see, right, and then find the this, and then I'm going to reduce, and this time keeping the height but slightly moving back to the center, okay, all right, and then using the pencil tool, okay, this is, you can see now the right side is coming forward, right, so you won't like see as much of the left, and the legs still straight, and then here you will see this part a little bit more, okay. And then well, actually this part, I'm going to make it slightly like that, okay, and then because it's rotating, the pelvis is rotating, so it's a little complicated, okay, but if you practice, I promise, if you practice a few times you will get it. And then here the knee, and then oops, it's actually coming forward like this, but it gets smaller, I'm sorry, still like actually this part is closer, going down like this, so knee is closer to other parts, and then the foot match the ankle, okay, so come down like this way, more or less like this, and then this foot is closer to us, so I'm going to make it a little bigger than the left one, okay, then I'm going to make it 2 frames long, okay. So the last one, okay, last one, I'm going to go all the way down for the onion, okay. So like this is contact pose, right, so maybe not all the way down here, there's one contact pose, where was that, and then you can use this one to reduce the onion skin region also, minus plus up there. So this one is contact pose, right? So using that one, this one, so which is probably and this is contact pose, because this is the lowest down pose. Lowest meaning is down pose. Okay, and then again, and then I'm going to reduce onion skin region. And I'm going to, okay. But actually, this is the front view will be more like a work cycle actually. So you can just copy this one into this, like I mean, and this one. So you know what? That's what I do. Copy. I mean, select this drawing, and then copy. Command C, and then I'm going to actually just put it there and paste. Okay. And then of course you will have to match. So you can see because it's not exactly matching, So you have to make changes. So whether I'm going to make changes on this pose, I may change this one, right? So, and then the other one, because if it is roof, but let's see, okay, how it works, okay? And then let's see first, and then we will decide. And I'm going to make it 2 frames long, and then, okay. So this one, there's a little bit of drag because it repeats the same pose like 4 frames long twice. So I'm going to cut that. If you want to see the front better, so this is how it's gonna work. Okay. But if you see the complete work cycle from the profile, you will have to do this. So for your work, right, for your homework and the classwork, you have to make up to here, okay? And then render it together, front end profile. And the next video, I'm going to add the lines, okay, so that we can see how the pelvis rotates.